My name is Karishma Chabria. I am talking to you via Femorai, and I want to give you a quick introduction of myself. I belong to Mumbai, born and brought up in the city. Started my career with Jet Airways. I was a cabin crew. Post which I moved to training industry, and I've been in the training industry for almost 18 years. I was working in full-time employment for quite some time in voice and accent, soft skills and behavioral training. Since then, I've been working with over 65,000 individuals across Middle East, Asia, North America, and some parts of really rural India as well. I also won Mrs. India in 2017. In Mrs. India Worldwide in 2017, played your Brilliancy India in 2018, and then represented India internationally in 2018 as well. Since then, I've also been a pageant coach, and I run my own pageant coaching academy called Get Crown Pageant Coaching Academy. So for me, I think there's a problem with my DNA. I'm never satisfied with anything. I'm constantly pushing myself to achieve more, wanting more, never ever happy with what I have achieved, because I have a firm belief in myself that I have a lot of potential, and this whole concept of jack of all trades, master of none does not fit for me. I want to be jack of all trades and master of all. So I keep trying different things. My driving force is just me. So from my cabin crew journey to my pageant journey, it's always been, okay, let me do more. I think I can do more. There's this constant greed of wanting to learn more, do more, learn more, do more. So I surprise myself sometimes. I've always wanted and believed that if I don't give myself that platform to do more, I will never know. So every time I got a title, I'm like, great, now what should I do next? So I will never, so I'm like literally like that mountaineer who keeps climbing. Very rarely do I take the time to hold on and enjoy the view. I'll probably move to the next point faster and higher and move forward. So I'm a very, very ambitious person. Coaching is something that's very natural to me. It's the first thing that comes to my mind. So if I learn something, the first thing in my head is like, what do I do with this information? Best is to impart it to somebody whom we can use it. So when I was training all these years, it's like once a trainer, always a trainer. The moment I was standing, I remember on my stage of when my title was being announced. So there were about 50 contestants more with me. So many of them had come and trained. And when I saw them, I realized that that's where I missed it out. Maybe I should have got myself coached. So standing on that stage was when I made up my mind that I will at least be one medium via which people can learn and go prepared onto the stage than just going as a complete novice. So I made up my mind to be a coach before I was announced as a winner. Again, I would say I've been extremely lucky in terms of the barriers bit. I also am a firm believer that unless you are a barrier to yourself, nothing else is a barrier to you. So I was never a barrier to myself, and I never said that, oh, I can't do this, I shouldn't do this, log kya kahenge, kaise hoga, should I go there, should I not there. I've had very less self-doubt when it comes to accomplishing things. And that, I think, has been one of the reasons why I didn't allow anything to be a barrier to me. One barrier that still comes in my way is my age. And most of these senior training programs that I conduct for CEOs and for MDs, the first thing is you're so young. And and our experience is far more bigger than what your age is also. And how are you telling us what to do? So that is one barrier that has kept coming in my way. So I still go for my senior training programs with my specs and with a slightly dull color, sometimes in a sari, sometimes in a blazer, so that they feel like I'm older. I would say that women in general have so much potential. I work with so many women employees across locations and across verticals, and I've seen the kind of multitasking expertise that they come with, the dedication, the hard work, the determination. But when it comes to going above or climbing up the ladder, they will stop themselves and say that, no, maybe there are just too many men in my organization. Will I be able to stand up as a leader? Will I be accepted as a leader? If I take more responsibility, or will my responsibilities at home get hurt? And stuff like that, So there are lots of self-doubt in women, which I feel is the biggest limitation that most of them face. You are far more aware of things than what we were in our age. You have all the accessibility of the internet, of Google, of YouTube videos, all there for your awareness, all there for your expertise. You can learn things on your own as well. So our generation, I'm 80s born. So when in our generation, we didn't have access to these things. But we would have this urge to go and learn something. But what I would like to bring to your notice is that you can have all the accessibility and expertise, but it requires discipline to be able to even achieve your dreams. So one thing that I kind of made very clear to my family, my people, was that I will never be a 10 on 10 in anything. I don't plan to be a 10 on 10. I'm okay with being an 8 on 10, I'm okay with being a 9 on 10, I'm okay with being a 7 on 10, but I will attempt to be the best. I will not be. So I've always had that disclaimer that I come with manufacturing defects and I will make mistakes. Thank you so much for watching me, people. And Femoroi is a fantastic platform, and I really would like to thank Femoroi to also get me on board. Hopefully, I'm being able to reach out to the right audience via Femoroi. So thank you so much for having me.